Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I've got a great one for you today, and I really do believe that, and I'm going to do my best to execute on this here. But I had a really excellent conversation with my wife this morning about my business and about the direction of my business and just where I want things to go, right? And I can tell you that the 5 years that I've been in business, I launched my first business in December of 2019, and here we are in 2025. So it's been 5 years, and it's been a roller coaster, not in a bad way. Just there's been a lot of ups and downs and twists and turns, and I'm grateful for everything that I've learned, and I'm really at this point now of being in business where I feel like I'm really just getting started. And for a lot of you who have listened to the show for a long time, and you hear me talk about getting to market fast with your skills, yes, I still believe in that. I just want you to understand that you're not in this for a short period of time. Like I can help you launch a business within a short period of time, launch it, but it's not going to become your vision for a while. Like it takes years. And I just want you guys to understand that and be okay with that, and understand that there's a lot of people out there who are selling out. You know who I'm talking about because you've seen this content on social media, these ads, and I've kind of dipped into that a little bit too. And I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't feel good about it, and I don't like it, and I don't want to teach other people how to do that because I literally think there's people on these social media platforms that are robbing people, that are stealing money from people by following the playbook of making these, and I might curse in this episode, so just fair warning, by following these tactics, these marketing tactics that are just robbing people, right? Like I'll give you a perfect example. You've seen this before. You've all seen this where you'll get an ad, you'll look at an ad and you'll click on it, and they're selling you some dream or some dream outcome for $27, $10, 37, maybe $47, and you click on it. And first of all, the thing that you click on and the price that you see, that's what it's worth. It's the next page that you go and see says, "Oh, this is my $10,000 coaching program, but because you're here, I'm giving it away for $27. Oh, and by the way, you're going to get all of these super awesome bonuses that are complete dog shit, by the way, and unnecessary because you're not going to even use them for free. You're going to get it all for free." So all of a sudden, my $20,000 coaching program or my $2,000 course, because I'm just a nice person, you're going to get it for $27 or $47. And you fall for that. You fall for that shit. And I've fallen for it too. And then you click on the thing and then you get to the next page like, "Oh, I want to buy this. This is awesome. I got all these testimonials." Now, let me just disclaimer here. There are a few exceptions. There are some people who actually do this correctly, or I've bought something and it's actually been good. Like it was worth the $47, but in no instance ever have I purchased something for a low ticket price where it was worth $10,000 or $2,000. And this is the thing that I'm just 100% against. And by the way, I'm quite confident that that's an FTC violation because they can't say it's worth $2,000 unless they actually sold it for $2,000. And if it is worth $2,000 and they've actually sold it for $2,000, why are they selling it for $27? I fell into this trap a little bit, right? I never went to that extreme, but I have a $27 product that I may or may not keep advertising on. But the first go round, I followed the playbook, which is, hey, it's worth this. You're getting this percentage off. You're getting all these bonuses that are just, going to increase the perceived value of it. And look, I know this is taught. I know that Hormozy teaches this, the value stack and these bonuses. But this product still has to be good. Like if I'm buying a $27 thing and it's dog shit and it's a Google Doc and it leads me to the videos that this person had that were already posted on their YouTube channel, And that's what they're selling. They're selling their free YouTube videos and a Google document with some very vague information that you need to buy the next thing from them to actually solve your problem. Then that's not worth $500. That's not worth $2,000. Hell, that's not even worth the 27 bucks I paid for it. And by the time I click all the add-ons, right, which is, oh, while you're here, you need to get this other thing for faster results. And normally I charge $500 for this, but because you're here today, you get it for 150% off and it's only $17. No, it's worth $17. It's not worth $500. And I really, really hate this. Okay. Because there's people who are falling for this and they don't know any better. They don't understand the game. And I understand the game and I want to help you as a number one, as a consumer. I want to help you as a consumer if you're listening to this to not fall for that shit because it's all a bunch of nonsense. The majority of that stuff, and this is giving people like me a bad name because if I run an ad, I'm already a scam artist. Well, I switched up all my ads, right? I switched them all up, and my low ticket offer that I sell for $27 is worth $27. And that messaging is consistent in the ad copy, and then when you go to my landing page. And I only have one order bump, and I tell the people in my ad that this is what's going to happen. I'm going to offer you the $27 thing, and then you're going to have an option to buy the $17 thing. And if you don't like it and if you don't think it's worth it, don't buy it. But that's what it's worth because that's what I'm charging for it. You might think it's not worth that, so don't buy it. But I'm not going to tell you that it's worth $1,000 or that I only use this with my one-to-one clients that I charge $4,000 for. Like, that's just misleading, and that's going to get you in trouble. And people sell out for that because they're looking for the quick buck, right? Which is just the nature of the business world. People want results, they want them fast. And I'm talking about these marketers. And eventually that's going to catch up with them. And I'm going to be laughing when it happens to them. And I know that sounds vindictive, but the karma bus rolls up to your door sometimes. And if you're not going to change your tactics and support people, then you're going to lose their trust. And the reason that I'm so upset about it is because it's hurting people like me, and it's hurting people that are in my community who are trying to actually help people and build trust and not just make money, because that's what it's all about. If you can deliver a product that solves a problem and helps somebody and actually build trust, you'll have an opportunity to sell them something else in the future that costs more money. So you should be nailing your low ticket thing. And everybody's got a low ticket offer. Everybody is trying to sell a PDF or a course for 10, 17, whatever you want to call it, whatever the price is, right? Up to $97. Everyone is doing this. And some people are doing it really, really well. But I can tell you that's not all they're selling. There's very few exceptions where people are only selling like a $17 PDF. The majority of people, that's like a lead in. And I think that from what I've learned and what I've seen, I really think that your lead in needs to be so good that they don't really need you for anything else. There's just like, well, this thing was so good that I spent money on and spent time on, and it solved my problem and I got a result that if they have something else, I'll probably buy it because that was so awesome, right? And that's really where I think long term you're going to have success. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of patience to do that. We just see all of these people who are touting, well, my low ticket offer makes me $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month. And we're just like, I can do that. It's so easy. All I have to do is go into ChatGPT and then go make something in Canva. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You are the person that buys the $47 product because you fall for that nonsense. And I'm here to tell you that that's complete bullshit. All right. It doesn't work that way. You have to spend time, money, and effort building the product and building the audience. If you're just going into ChatGPT and creating a PDF and throwing it up and launching it, you have skipped a lot of stuff. Like, you've skipped the research phase. You've skipped the the phase where, do you really know who your target audience is? Do you know what they're struggling with? Have you had conversations with them? Have you had any realistic feedback from them that you can use to help solve problems? Do you know how I learned that the number one problem that holds people back from starting a business of any kind, not online, just any kind, is they don't know what business to start? That's why my lead magnet is my lead magnet. And that's why I built it that way, is because I asked people, and I've been on hundreds of calls before I ever even took on a paid client. I was doing coaching calls and doing polls on my social media. And I asked them, like, I gave them 4 options. I still remember this poll, and some of you might have taken it. Like, what is the thing that's holding you back? You can only pick one. And it was, I don't know what business to start. There was a fear of failure, right? How I would look in front of other people, and then a fear of losing money. And I can't remember what the fourth one was, but it wasn't, I thought it was going to be the fear of losing money, but it was overwhelming. I don't know what business to start. So I didn't just come up with that lead magnet. Like, that was the thing. I asked people about it. I found out, and then I created that. And that became the foundation of everything that I help people with, which is like, let's get this one thing off of your plate. And I could charge for that, right? I actually do in some capacity, because my one-to-one coaching clients go through it. My school community members go through it, and it is part of my low ticket offer. But I also give it away for free, right? Like, the one thing, like, I just give you the prompts and the video to help you, to get you on my list. And I want my free thing to be really awesome. Now, it still needs work. Like, that's the thing about these products, is you kind of have to go over. You have to make sure that you're getting the feedback and that you're changing them and making them better and better and better. And that takes time. That takes feedback, and that takes years to do. I started this show off, or this episode off, with where I'm thinking about going with my business and the long-term strategy. And I just really want you guys to think about being in this for the long term. Like, anybody can come in here and throw up a product and make a bunch of fake promises and fake testimonials and all these bonuses that don't mean shit, that nobody wants, and put it together a crappy product. I've seen it over and over again. The majority of products that are out there suck. They don't help people. And anyone can do that. And that is not going to help you long term. Trust me, it's not going to help you long term. You need to spend time building something that people actually want, and building trust, more importantly, so that when you do have something great to offer, they'll buy from you, no questions asked. And very difficult for a lot of people to grasp that concept. It was challenging for me to grasp that concept. We live in a world where we can get answers, we can get stuff right away. So of course we want success, we want money right away. But I think that strategy, to build the audience, earn their trust, find out what their problems are, give it to them. Like, what do you need? And then go give it to them, either in a free capacity or a paid capacity. You're going to have a much easier time than trying to put together. All you're doing when you put together a Canva document, a PDF, using ChatGPT and using Canva, right? You use those two tools, which is sold a lot. A lot of that stuff is sold. And then you start posting stuff on the internet. When you do that, all you're doing, the only person that you're helping is the person that you bought the thing from, the $27 thing from, or the $500 course from. You're just lining their pockets. You are not ready. You are not ready to start selling stuff if you've never even launched a business before. Like, you got to get ready mentally. You got to be mentally prepared to start a business. Like, what I teach and the way that I go about stuff, I know for a fact it costs me sales and it costs me opportunity. And it's hard to stay the course with that, because it's like, man, I know that if I probably sold out and went all in on the sales, I could make way more money faster. But I'm in this for the long haul, and I think I'm building something that resonates with people. And I was talking to my wife this morning about the people that I've interacted with and that I've coached one-to-one, like to help them start businesses. And I'm being very transparent here with you guys and make you understand that not everybody that I work with one-to-one understands that the business, not having a business is their problem. It's something else, right? Like I've helped them in other ways where my group and my coaching program is about really more about self-improvement and self-development and getting to the point where you're just a happier person, right? Because we focus on the three areas of life that people want to improve, which is your relationship to yourself and with your family, your health and wellness, and then your wealth, business. Like we all want to build businesses, we all want to make money. But I can tell you that the people that I've worked with, like these are the things that they point to, which is I just think I'm a better person and I'm headed in a better direction and I'm happier. And they still are in their jobs, but they're just happier. And I pay attention to that stuff and it's like, man, that's not why I got into, I mean, that is why I got into this, but that wasn't what I was telling people they were going to get out of this. But that's the feedback that I got, that I'm receiving, which is, hey, I feel better. I'm a happier person. And I believe that I'm on the path to something better. And eventually I will find the business that's for me. Now, some people find it right away. They really do. Others, everyone's different. And that's what I'm finding is like some people are going to light it up from day one and they're just going to build their business and they're just going to go, go, go. And other people are going to take their time. They're going to make some pivots. And you just have to go with that, right? As a coach working with people one-to-one, everyone's different. Everyone's got different personalities. And you can't always force everybody into the same box. Like I have an ideal client, but I also have people whom I may not have defined as my ideal client a year ago who I really love working with. And I know that they're getting value from working with me. So it's a really great thing. And look, this has taken time to do. I've coached a lot of people and I've learned by doing that, by coaching, by working with people and by listening to them and by letting them talk about their problem and their challenges, I've learned that, okay, these are the things that people need. And because I can't help everyone, because not everybody is in a position to pay me my rate to coach them one-to-one, I totally get that. What are some other ways that I can, yes, earn money? I'm in the business of earning money. I want to make money, but I also want to help people. So I have a school community, right? So people who don't want to work with me one-to-one can get into my school group at a very, very reduced rate as compared to my one-to-one and get my attention. They can get my courses and they can get access to me every single day because I'm in there. And then if I developed this low ticket product because I was trying to reach more people. I'm looking at trying to get more people because, again, more ways for me to build a business that runs without me. And it's the same stuff, quite honestly. I mean, my low ticket offer that I sell for $27 is stuff that I've already put together that I've repurposed, right? I put this together and I've just repurposed. I've taken kind of the best parts out of my flagship course, the Roadmap 2.0, which is inside of my school community. And I hope you're getting ideas from this. This is not me pitching you on what I have. You guys know what I have. I've talked about it all the time, but I just want you to just see what the evolution of this is. Like I went from one-to-one coaching. I just coached people one-to-one. I didn't even have a course. I built the course after I coached people one-to-one because once I started to work with people, I understood what they wanted, what they needed. I didn't just go into ChatGPT and be like, hey, Bob, build me this course. It was like, no, I found out what people were struggling with. And then I built the course there. And I didn't build the whole thing straight away. I built it in phases because I wanted to get that feedback. And I had a survey. It's like, okay, what do you guys think? What do you need to see in here? What can be taken out? What can be added? So it's all been in stages. I would never recommend to anybody to just go put together a course and go try to sell it. That's really, really hard. And you're going to spend a lot of time doing that. I would rather work with people. I would rather coach people, right? And in the beginning, just coach them for free. If you're worried about charging people for money, just do it for nothing. And the exchange is you are going to get reps, you're going to get valuable information. There is an exchange, right? It may not be dollars, but there's an exchange of, you getting the benefit of getting their feedback, of working with them. You'll get a testimonial from them if you do a great job, and then they'll get help. You'll be able to help them. And if you do that, it's a fair trade. I'll make that trade all day long in the beginning. And then you can use that to build your products that you're going to offer to other people. It could be a course, it could be a community, it could be just you making your coaching program better so that you can charge more for it and understand what people really want. And that's really how I started in my coaching business. Is I started coaching people for free in the form of 30-minute one-to-one calls. Like, you can just book a call with me and we could talk. And I didn't even really have an offer at that point, right? I had an idea of what I would charge people. And then I got to the point where I got my first client, my first paid client, worked with him, got my second one, worked with him, got my third one, worked with her. And then I started to understand what people are really challenged with from all of those calls. And this didn't happen overnight. It took time. And I just want you to understand that to build something meaningful and to build something that can truly help people, and now you have a lot of options to sell other things to more people who actually need your help, but don't necessarily have the finances, that's when you can start offering these mid-tier and low-tier products that all align with your main offer. Like, my offer is still my offer. Like, I coach you to start an online business using the skills and knowledge that you already possess, or an interest that you have, and I help you get out of your own way. Like, that is in my one-to-one, that is in my community, my school community, and that is in my low ticket offer. Like, it's all very much the same. The difference between the three products, or the three tiers, if you will, is there's just a different level of support and implementation. So if we go through the evolution of this, like what it looks like now, and I want you to think about this for your own business and how it could look. So if I reverse engineer this, right, I had free one-to-one coaching calls, right? I was collecting information. I was trying to build a name for myself. I was helping people. That turned into paid one-to-one coaching, right? Like, I launched a group coaching program, and I'll give you the numbers. I'm not shy about this. It was a $1,500 group coaching program that I launched. One person signed up for it. And that one person was my first paid client, and I coached him one-to-one, and he got a great deal on that. Well, then I grabbed my next one-to-one client, and I had some reps under my belt. And guys, by the way, I had been coaching in the real estate mastermind that I was in for years. So I had some reps, and I had some credibility, and I knew how to coach people. So, but I would recommend do it for free in the beginning. So then moving from the group, right? That didn't work. I tested them, like, nobody signed up for that. I went over to the one-to-one model, where I'll just coach you for 90 days. And I played around with different prices, and I landed my first client on one-to-one for $3,000. And that was awesome. And that particular individual renewed with me twice. And that's what I have. I have a renewal, like, hey, do you want to keep going? And we have kind of a maintenance program that we do. And I got more clients, right? So I got the next one, and I gradually upped my rate, because when people are saying yes to your rate and they're doing it fast, it's like, all right, they see the value in it. They think that this is worth more than 3,000. So I finally got up to a higher rate. I went to 3,500 for a while, and now I'm at 4,000, and that is my rate. Like, if you guys want to work with me one-to-one, I charge 4,000 for 90 days, or $1,500 per month. So now you know what I'm charging. And I could charge a lot more. I could charge 5 or 6, but I don't. I charge 4, and that's where I'm at right now. And I don't want to spend a lot of time, saying why that's the case. Like, that's the case. I feel that that's fair. And then I started the school community because my one-to-ones asked me to start the school community, at least my first ones. And I started it, and it was a place for them to be around other people. So I'm just listening to them. Again, I'm listening to what they're asking me, and I'm giving them the solutions. Like, hey, I like working with you one-to-one, Brian. Like, this is good. However, I would like to know that there are other people like me, because, and that was so eye-opening. I would like to know that there are other people like me that are going through this too. And there are so many, and they didn't even realize it. And I knew it because I talked to them all the time. So I said, and then somebody else said it. said almost the same thing. And I said, done deal. I opened it up, and now we're over on the Skool platform, and we have a community of people who are, the same but different, right? Like everyone's got their own personality. They're doing different businesses. Not everybody works with me one-to-one. A lot of them do, but now I have a group. And quite honestly, I love the group platform. I love Skool. I was trying to really go in that direction because group, being a one-to-one coach is, time consuming. I still love to do it, but the group format is like you can get more people. However, from a monetary standpoint, like people aren't paying me that rate. They're not paying me $4,000, right? They're paying me, my current rate for my Skool community is $37 a month, right? Or you can pay $299 for the year. And that's the whole community platform. You don't get to work with me one-on-one, even though you do get a one-to-one call. So that's like the second tier, right? As I went from one-to-one, and now I have a group. So I have another way to make money, but I'm teaching all the same stuff. It's not it's not different teaching. It's the same. It's just at a different level of support, right? And each person values that differently. So now I take the low ticket product, right? The $27 product. I have my Roadmap 2.0 course, and I have some other courses inside the Skool community, but I've literally taken the best parts out of that. I did not recreate anything. I didn't make anything. It's already been made. And I said, okay, I've had success with one-to-one at a high ticket level. I've had success, in the mid-level range with my coaching, with my Skool community, W2 Prison Break Nation. Let's go to low ticket. So I built this $27 product. I thought it was worth $27. I said, this is what I'm going to charge. I've made some sales with it. It's fairly new. Like I launched it this year. I launched it in January. So I'm still kind of working through that. And you got to tweak things. Like just because I'm putting it out there doesn't mean that people are going to buy it. And the jury's out on that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, if it's even worth it. And I could shut it down at any time and just focus on group, the community, and my one-to-ones. So that's what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about my business. And I want you to always take the time to think about your business and where you want it to go and the evolution of it, right? For those of you who are listening out there and you're not really sure how to go about your first business, again, we talk about this in the community. So I wouldn't be living up to my reputation or being a business coach, teaching people how to start a business if I didn't give you a CTA. It's like, if you're interested in learning about this and the stuff that I teach and the message is good, I always leave the link in the YouTube channel or the show notes, wherever you're watching this, and to join W2 Prison Break Nation. And you can start for free. I have a 7-day free trial. And look, this isn't an overhyped pitch. There's nothing in there that is gatekeeped. Like you can start taking my course right away. So you could literally come in there, and I don't want you to do this, but you could do this. I'm trying to give you help you with your objections. The objection for you is going to be, do I want to pay for this? Do I want to pay the $37 a month? Well, you don't have to pay. You have to sign up for a free trial. So the friction for you is you have to go in to the Skool app, create an account, put your credit card in, and after 7 days, you will be charged 1 month. But you get a 7-day free trial. So just go in there, snoop around, come to a call, take the course, and if you like it, stay. If you don't stay, leave. I'm fine with that. We'll still be friends, right? Like I still teach all this stuff on the podcast. I have on the YouTube channel. Like I teach this all the time. There isn't anything that I teach, nothing that you can't find by combing through my podcast, by going through my YouTube channel or going through my Instagram account or my TikTok account. Like you could definitely piece it all together and find the information. I don't hide anything. It's all there. Even the Roadmap 2.0 course, while you can't take the whole course in its step-by-step order and format, you could get pretty much all of it by just listening to all my shows and my podcast and my YouTube channel and just figure it out. It's just more organized in there for you, and you have the support. And I think that, and this is the cool thing I was talking about with my wife earlier, was people want to be, at least the people who are in my group, they want to be around other people, right? And share ideas and interact and have that support, right? Because like since COVID, like the whole world's screwed up. Like nobody's interacting with anybody. We're not having conversations. We're just on our phone all the time. So, and I think that's why with my coaching program, my one-to-one calls that I do, it has kind of turned into more of, and I want to be careful about this word, but me like doing a lot of life coaching, like helping people with self-development and getting out of their own way. And we talk about a lot of mindset stuff and that type of work. We still talk about business, but there's been a lot of stuff not at all related to business, which has really been awesome. And the feedback has been tremendous. That feedback has been way better than, hey, you really helped me with this business. You helped me start this business. I'm so grateful for it. It's the stuff, the other stuff, like the self-development. And I'm not going to share personal stories of anyone, but I mean, there's been stuff that said to me where I almost lost it. Like I was almost brought to tears. These are the types of experiences that you can have when you put yourself out there and you help people with a transformation. Like you're helping people transform, and that's worth money to people, not necessarily the end result that they get, which is I'm going to make 10 grand a month and I'm going to quit my job. Like I think a lot of people that I've worked with have valued just their lives being better. And so if you can go out there and help people make their lives better, you can make money and you can build trust and you can earn trust. I have really gone long on this one, and I hope it's served you and I hope it's helped you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. If you like the message here, I don't ask this very often, but I would just encourage you to share it. Thanks for listening.